back to my channel. So today I'm going to be starting a new reading vlog for the next few days probably. Today I'm doing a ton of reading, and then tomorrow I'm going to the bookstore, and then on Monday I have to go to the library to return a bunch of books and then pick up some more. I'm about to start filming a video in a couple minutes just about books that I want to reread before the end of the year. Now that it's June, there's 2 series I want to reread and then a couple just like standalones, so I'm very excited to talk about those. And I think that video will probably already be up by the time this one goes up, so you guys can check that out if you want to. I just want to do a quick intro before I start filming the other video, so I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, so it's a few days later and I went to the bookstore, so I'm going to show you guys what I got and then kind of just like go over what I'm planning on reading for the next few days while I'm doing this vlog. I do have to go to the library, like I said. I think I'm going to be doing that probably tomorrow or the next day. I'm not actually, probably today's Wednesday, so I'll probably end up doing it on Friday. So I'm just going to show you guys what I got at the bookstore. The first one I got is Icebreaker, and this one I have just seen everywhere for so long, and I just really wanted to get in on it and see what the hype is all about. I had definite FOMO, so I just really wanted to check it out. This will be my first sports romance, and it's hockey, so I'm very excited for that. In this one we have our 2 main characters, Anastasia and Nate, and Anastasia is a figure skater and Nate is a hockey player, and they both go to University of California in Maple Hills, I believe is what the town is called. Due to some like maintenance error, one of the rinks is shut down, so the figure skaters and the hockey players have to share a rink. And Nate and Anastasia are definitely butting heads. They do not like each other. They don't like the circumstance, and they're just like not happy about it. That's pretty much all I know, but I know like everyone has been talking about this, and the next one, Wildfire, everyone has been talking about that one as well. So I'm just very excited to get into this one and kind of see what it's all about. The next one that I got is Lightlark, and this one is a fantasy, and it kind of just says on the back, "Welcome to the Centennial. Every 100 years, the island of Lightlark appears for only 100 days to host a deadly game, where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler must die. To survive, Isla Crown must lie, cheat, and betray, even as love complicates everything." So this one sounds like completely, totally up my alley, and like I'm probably gonna love it. There's already a sequel out, I believe, and I'm just really looking forward to getting into this one. I've been seeing it everywhere, just like Icebreaker, and I'm just, again, having FOMO. I just finished Powerful, which is the novella after Powerless, before Reckless comes out, I think in July. And so I might read this one as like a fantasy just to hold me over, even though I have other fantasies I should be reading, but I might just pick this one up instead. The next one that I got is A Dowry of Blood, and this one is written from the point of view of Dracula's first wife. I believe her name is Constanta. It seems really interesting. I think the whole thing is written in like a series of letters that she wrote, but I'm not 100% sure, but that's I think what it is. And at the end of the little like synopsis on the back, it says, "Constanta will have to choose between her own freedom and her love for her husband, but bonds forged by blood can be broken only by death." That sounds so good. I've heard such great things about this one, and Summerween is coming up, so I think this one might be the perfect pick for me. I'm very excited to finally have this. The next one that I got is Night Shift. This one is another college sports romance, and it's between Kendall and Vincent. Kendall is like a bookworm and Vincent is a basketball player. That's pretty much all I know about this one, and I've seen mixed reviews, but I just had to get it. I wanted to check it out for myself, and this cover was amazing. I think this might be one of like my favorite romance covers that I've like ever seen. Another one that I got this week, not with the other ones, is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. This is her newest release. It came out yesterday, and I'm so excited to read this one. I really liked The Hunting Party, and then I think it's The Guest List, and then I did not really like The Paris Apartment like at all, but I'm very excited for this one. It seems much more going back to like The Guest List and The Hunting Party vibes, so I'm super excited to read this one. I started this one, but I'm only like 16 pages in, but I'm really liking it so far. Like it kind of just goes right into it right from the very beginning. There's multiple points of view, which I really liked in her other book, and the setting sounds like really eerie and interesting, especially because it'll seem like rich people drama, so I'm really looking forward to this one. And I'm probably going to prioritize this as my first read for this vlog. The next one I did get at the bookstore, and my dad and I actually got matching ones, and that is The Hobbit. It's an anniversary edition. It has 50 illustrations and maps done by Tolkien himself. There's watercolors, there's sketches, there's different drawings in different mediums, so I'm very, very excited for this one. It also has these beautiful sprayed edges, and I'm just so happy that I have this. This is like one of my most prized possessions in terms of my books, especially since my dad and I have matching ones, We are planning on buddy reading The Hobbit and then The Lord of the Rings. So we have our little reading schedule and we're going to be actually reading up to a certain chapter, and then we're going to talk on the phone on Sunday and kind of like discuss what we've read so far. I'm just really excited for it, and I just can't wait for this one, and I'm just so happy that I have it. So those are the books that I've gotten in the last few days. I'm absolutely like obsessed with all of them. I haven't read them, but I'm just really excited about all of them. I did just release a video yesterday about how I want to reread certain books and series in 2024. One of those series is Twilight. I'm not going to get super into it just because I did do the whole video on it, but basically I'm rereading the Twilight series, including Midnight Sun, and tabbing it. I haven't read these books since they first came out, basically. I read them each as they came out. I was obsessed with Twilight when I was in high school when it first came out, and it's just so fun rereading these. I'm over 200 pages into Twilight so far, and it's been so fun annotating this one. Like, I'm just having the best time. There's so much to like laugh out loud at, especially like with some iconic lines. So this has been super fun for me, and I'll probably be doing this also throughout the vlog, but I definitely want to prioritize the Midnight Feast first. But this one is kind of just like my comfy nighttime read that I annotate. So these are the two books I'm going to be focusing on in the next few days, as well as Twilight. I'm just really looking forward to it. I'm hoping the Midnight Feast like lives up to my expectations. I'm just really looking forward to it. I'm really hoping I like it. So I'll update you guys in a little bit. I am gonna go read the Midnight Feast right now, I believe. And yeah, so I will check in with you guys in a bit. Okay, so a quick little update on the Midnight Feast. I'm on page 255 out of I think like 350, so I have just under 100 pages left to go, and I'm really loving it still. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I'm so happy that it's living up to my expectations. The multi-POVs are like so good. There's different timelines, but like not far apart. Like, one is just like a couple days ahead of time, and then the rest are just like leading up to that one POV that's like a specific day. So this is just totally living up to my expectations. The setting and environment descriptions are so good, and I would highly recommend this. If you liked the guest list, I think you would really like this one. And if you like the hunting party, you would probably still like this one. This one is extremely different from the Paris apartment. I did not like the Paris apartment at all. So I'm very glad about that, and I'm just loving this. I should be able to finish it later today. Another little update is I'm halfway through Hook, Line, and Sinker, and I'm loving this. I actually didn't think I would like this one as much as the first, but I'm liking it just as much, if not even like a little more. I think I do like this a little more. I like Fox more than Brendan, and Brendan is like the male main character from the first one, which is It Happened One Summer, I think. And I'm just really loving this one. Like I said, I was not expecting to love it as much as I do, and I'm just obsessed. I did get my library books today, so I'm just going to go over them really quickly. I only have one novel, and the rest are graphic novels. I have Old Flames and New Fortunes, and this one just came out in April, and I'm really excited to read it. I'm going to be totally honest, I don't really know a lot about this one. I know that it's like a romance. There's some like witchy elements, and I think our main character is like magical, like she's witchy, and it just seems like perfect for summer. I think there's a lot to do with like nature magic. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting this one, hopefully in the next few days. And then I have 4 graphic novels, which I'll just go over quickly. So my last vlog, I showed a library haul, and I was reading Lightfall, and so this is the sequel. The first one in this series was like very weird, but in a good way. It was very cute, but it was just very odd. Like, it was extremely odd, but I really liked it, and so I'm very excited to read the second. I think the third is coming out soon. If not, it just came out. These ones just have like the cutest, craziest creatures, and I'm just kind of excited to see like how the story progresses and like what other weird creatures pop up in this one. The next one is called Spirited, and in this one we have a main character, Olivia, or Liv, and her family moves to a different town called Gloomsdale, I believe it's called, and she finds out quickly after the first day of school, I believe, that she's like the only human living in a town full of ghosts, or so it says. I love like graphic novels that are like paranormal or like witchy and stuff like that, so I'm very excited to get to this one. The next one is extremely popular, and I might save this one for Summerween, and that is Mooncakes. And this one we have our main character who is a witch, and then her like love interest is a werewolf. On the front there's a blurb by Casey McQuiston, and I love her and her books, so I can't wait to finally read this one. The last one I have is Sheets, and in this one we have main character Marjorie. She's 13 years old and her family owns a laundromat. She meets Wendell, who is a ghost at the laundromat, and I know there's a sequel and maybe even a third, and I've heard so many good things about this one, and I can't wait to see for myself like what all the hype is about. And also the artwork and illustrations in this one are just like really pretty, like that color palette. So that's my little library haul. I do still have some library books from my last library haul from my vlog a few days ago, but I'm making really good progress with them. I have a few that I can take back soon that I have already read, and a few that I'm almost done. I'm reading Hook, Line, and Sinker through the physical book that I got from the library as well as on audio, so I'm kind of going back and forth with that one depending on like if I'm cooking and cleaning. And then the Midnight Feast I have just in paperback, and I'm, like I said, loving that one, so I'm excited to finally finish that and just kind of see like where it goes and how it ends. I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. So I have some updates to just kind of finish off this vlog. So I did end up finishing The Midnight Feast. I did really like it. I think I gave it like 4 stars, I want to say. I would maybe bump that up to like 4.25, but definitely not 4.5. I did really like it, and I'm really happy because like I said earlier, I didn't love the Paris apartment like at all. So I'm really happy that I ended up loving this one as much as I was hoping I would. And also, like I said before, if you like The Guest List by Lucy Foley, then you would probably really like this one. I didn't end up finishing Better Left Unsent, but I am just over 200 pages in, and I'm really liking it. It's definitely like a slower paced book for me, at least, so I'm going at a slower pace, especially since I had like The Midnight Feast going on at the same time. So I found going back to this one was pretty difficult, just going from one really fast-paced book to like one that is pretty slow. But I am really liking it. I love the premise. I still love our main character, and I'm really enjoying seeing our main character like develop and her character growth throughout the whole process. I was feeling like I wanted romance, but I also wanted something kind of witchy because I'm just over summer. So I started from Bad to Cursed, and this one I'm actually almost done. I'm 250 pages in, and I'm really loving it. I read the first one when it first came out, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. I can't remember. But I really liked it, and I'm surprised it took me so long to get to this one, but I'm really liking it. And I already took out the third as an ebook from Libby, so I'm really excited to get going with that one once I finish this one. I might start it. We'll see what like the mood reader says of me, but I would love to read the next one like right after I'm done this. And then I also started The Newcomer, and this one I'm really liking. I'm 175 pages in. It's an interesting like general fiction drama. There is like a very hint of like romance subplot, like just barely there. I'm really liking it. It's definitely like a good beach read. I'm going to check out the other books that this author has out. I think she has like a ton, but based on this one and another one I just recently read, I think that they would be really good beach reads and like great for summer. I also read Spirited. It's very whimsical. It's very fun. It's very like funny at times, but it also has like a really cute message about just like being yourself and not just trying to fit in. I'm also reading Spark of the Everflame on Kindle Unlimited, and this one I'm really liking. I'm not super far in. I think I'm like 23% of the way in, but I am really liking it, and I'm excited to see kind of where it goes. I'm enjoying the world building so far, and I'm enjoying our main character. We're definitely finding out a lot as she's finding it out, like who she really is, and yeah, so I don't know what the synopsis says, so I don't want to like go too far into it and then just give away a ton of stuff, but this one I'm really liking, and obviously it's like been everywhere lately. Like this series I've just seen everywhere, all over BookTube and Bookstagram, so I'm happy that it's kind of like living up to the hype for me so far. Lastly, I did get some book mail from Orbit, and it is How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying. And this one sounds super interesting. It sounds kind of fun. I'm very curious about it. There's definitely a lot of mixed reviews on Goodreads, so I'm like cautiously optimistic that I would enjoy it. She's stuck in this time loop of trying to defeat the Dark Lord. However, she always loses. So I think it's a case of like, if you can't beat them, join them, because she thinks like, well, if I can't win, then obviously I need to like be on the winning side. So she wants to like cross over to the dark side, I guess. So this one, yeah, like I said, there's definitely mixed reviews on Goodreads, but I am cautiously optimistic about this one. So that's pretty much it for my reading update and for the end of the vlog. I had a lot of fun filming this one, and I am going to be away for a week kind of doing a staycation while I'm dog sitting at my parents' starting later today. So I'm thinking I'm going to be starting a new vlog then. So that's kind of it for my little reading update and for this vlog. I thought I would close it out with my reading update, and I had a lot of fun filming this one. I feel like every time I'm filming a new vlog, I figure out more about like how I want to do it, how I want to film it, what I want to include, and just stuff like that. So even like filming this one, there's things that I realized that I want to include in the next one. So yeah, like I said, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.